Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Friday, number 21 day for this number 10 month for the year 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Defense Forces and the spokesperson of the Ambazonian Governing Council, aka Sense Pass King, Wona own countryman. Wona welcome to our daily podcast, a program where they bring una the truth, meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we waka for this journey to our freedom, the independence of Ambazonia. Good citizens of Ambazonia, La République du Cameroon, they ran the get a bloody nose as document that they show say that they get serious difficulties for secure loans for the international community for help stabilize their economy. Price for essential commodities that ran double for inside La République du Cameroon, and there is panic in the streets in Yaoundé and Douala as gas shortages them. It already they take place, especially for Douala. For inside the ancient route for Bonaberi for La République for Douala, hundreds of people that can be stranded standing online for gas station them for buy gas products. Gas products, especially cooking gas, na a very essential product, and this a sign of an implosion in La République du Cameroon when an entire city like Douala, Yaoundé will get experience complete gas shortages them for prolonged period. The system will begin to experience the heart attack that many observers have long warned against. For outside the country, for Equatorial Guinea, La République du Cameroon, their citizens, they then become a target for Equatorial Guinea, their government. They report say all their detention centers, they then flood with La République citizens them as they then catch them as they come for their country increasingly for can't find work. Trucks and trucks of La République du Cameroon, their French Francophone citizens, them that be deported back to their country, and this it will only increase the pressure for their system. Cameroon is a dying and desperate horse. Would take this opportunity for call on Ambazonian citizens them where they for inside La République for think twice about coming out of that country, because Cameroon na a time bomb. I repeat, La République du Cameroon na a time bomb. The shortage of gas, cooking gas in La République is a big indicator, in one of our indicators, the world monitor and for La République. The system it go implode. If you did for Douala, for Yaoundé, imagine the thousands of people them where they could be unable to cook food because of gas shortages them. Think about the riot will be impending for La République du Cameroon. Think about your security, because Ambazonians will be the easiest target for La République du Cameroon when all hell it go loose. If you are an Ambazonian in La République du Cameroon, you better start packing your things to come back home, where you will be received warmly and you will participate in the liberation of our homeland. We are making increasing plea for the forces them where they don't hold the Catholic priests them release them immediately. Ambazonian it done they always no fail for lose an opportunity. The biggest problem we'll get them for this our liberation struggle now, because we get activists them where they claim for be activists, but they need to really fight for Ambazonia as much as they fight for their own posture in them within our liberation struggle. Otherwise, we know for the face these challenges and we will face them. Bo Herbert recently he done make a write-up where he done call the soldier them where they carry this kidnapping for the Catholic priest them as Atanganji poor boys. Those where them be involved in fighting this revolution, they know very well who those boys who kidnap those priests are. We definitely know it. La République knows it. The Human Rights Watch, their investigators on the grounds, they knows it. The Catholic Church, they knows it, because the boys have identified themselves to their captors. The family members of those who have been kidnapped, they know the boys, and everybody knows the boys. What Ambazonians should know is that Bo Herbert, who previously called ADF soldiers in Bui as La République du Cameroon forces on a delete or track and delete program, whatsoever he was thinking, something where we all know saying a lie. Those are forces that are familiar with our people, especially those from the Bamenda Brigade, Those are soldiers that have appeared in videos with Ambazonians and even even interviewed by other activists from different factions within our struggle. But in this case, where priests have been kidnapped, it has caused an international outcry. The Pope himself has made statement about it. It has led to the Vatican press calling the Ambazonian struggle as that which is tilting towards that of pure anarchy and chaos. This kidnapping is something that can destroy our struggle. How did we get here? This thing have been predictable. As a matter of fact, we have predicted this thing 3 years ago, and every single day we repeat them. The danger of forces being isolated from political leadership that can hold them accountable and bring them to their senses and get them to do the right thing. But because we are suffering from the black man syndrome, the wicked black man syndrome, where activists come into this struggle, even though they have a heart for the people, but they look at this struggle as something when not their own. This is our thing, not their own enam, not their own way for become relevant. Instead for activism, for fight, for advocate for the freedom of Ambazonia, they focus now for gather for themselves, for play the old book way Abobala they done the play and many of our former politicians they be the play. Every uprising it always been an opportunity for them for go sell people, for come stand hijack struggle, stand for before, fight only for stand for before so that they go be na the one way they go sell them. But these days it no go happen because we there for the never again generation. I go reminisce with our people then make una remember at the moment where General Mba Ivor be there for ground zero. They be the blackmail, they be the cover people no be the know it way the ADF they do am. When General Ivor and the ADF be attack for Teke, they go call and send a Viper and a Scorpion they attack. They cover them. General Mba Ivor be blackmailed by Cameroon agents within the struggle. They be the call send a thief man, na man way no by ever fight war. The so-called activists them, they no be can stand for do advocacy for clean image, for clean the image of the ADF. Because they be say the ADF it be the take the thing true. The ADF nothing way they put meritocracy ahead of big manism and tribalism and ahead of man no man. The ADF it be been a force way they fight not only for go for before. Semi man it be free. They no be the look back. People the way they be want take this struggle, say na their own enam, na their own quick fix for become relevant. Failed politicians them. They be all try for kill the ADF. They even blackmail and expose General Mba Ivor and open the way for the enemy for killing. If he say go give them chance for go sell Ambazonia. Till today, we still see the same thing that they go on. Instead of groups and people for focus for fight the enemy, their main focus now for fight for cover the ADF. Now them don't make them it don't lead for the thing where it happened today for inside Manu. The same force, the force for animal skin, where be been a top sister force for the ADF. Time where be the carry action them, they stand the show weapon them. They argue, we say, hey, no be ADF, no be ADF. Until they can't get the second in command, he kill, he cut the head, can't show him for media. All them she don't quiet. Now the same thing that it don't come now so for come buy we for Nias. Now the same group that way it don't come for expose we. For can destroy the struggle. Now the same group then that way they call themselves now unity warrior for inside Manu. Now that they come for can kill this struggle. Those where they be the promote the idea for ground zero, say me then separate themselves for leadership where they out of the country. Who's them day now? Now today Bohebert they call this group the way they don't kidnap the president. Say na Atanganji poor boys. But when they be the go the wayward way, when I no be no say nothing this way go can happen until it go can touch we for this way, then they go come they call and say Atanganji poor boys. When I be call and say Atanganji poor boys them, now then they manipulate, now Atanganji they manipulate soldiers for ground. They mark baratas them, the so-called activists them come off my head. So we don't call them say na Atanganji poor boys. Today they are silenced when the effect of this thing is playing out. When I remember very well, the same Mark Barata way talk say if you put Chris Anu and Paul Biya, he go keep Chris Anu first. If you begin a one bullet, left Paul Biya me run. Today, when I see the same man, he go for Imbrezi. The town hall, all we know say they work for La Republique. These people for town hall, they call an Muchia whatever. We know say the man way they work for La Republique. They spend their time for attack Ambazonian groups and leaders. When I never ever hear them campaign against La Republique. When is the last time when I hear these people, where they call themselves activists, they stand for campaign against Paul Biya, against Dangote? They are focused now for finish this struggle, go stand for table for negotiation. They hand them for La Republique. Even the one the way they talk, say they want make unity for ground zero. Their main objective, no be say they want go fight. Their main objective now say they want for go negotiate. Where my people, wicked black man syndrome. Now wouldn't care sweet with this foolishness. If I talk so now only for talk so mango fee say nothing the word they don't talk about here. Make I take only one of their audio them. How did they talk say they make that a group when I hear which way it happen for day. When I listen.
Oh, if you say this thing, oh, they try for doing a child's play. Doing a child's play. We are doing something that even the international community and foreign countries will be contacting us after installing our leadership. So we must do everything properly and in an attractive manner.
To be presentable at the level of international. It will go viral. Any man will see like I'm saying, no, that people on this.
So now the leadership that we want to talk for Ambazonia internationally, it will go viral. It look very professional, very international. So my country people, we need to focus to fight the enemy. And every time we do everything, we do it putting our country first. When we say you cannot allow forces to have guns without political ideology, it's not something we just say. Before the ADF started buying guns, the trained soldiers have leaders, have political ideology. The same with Sokadev. It's not something we are just saying it's just the ADF. It's the right thing to do. There is no substitute. There is no shortcut. The abuses you are seeing today in Manu is not something we have not predicted. It is something that we know. So everybody who is supporting these groups, you are supporting hell. You are destroying this liberation movement. It is predictable. The end is predictable of all these type of groups. Even good soldiers will be corrupted because they say power corrupt, even gun, the power from a gun corrupt, even absolutely. Anybody supporting any group or any soldier who say he doesn't have a leadership that can be held accountability which is going to impact their conduct, then that person does not know what they are doing. Most of the people who support them, they are doing so for expedient's sake, experiment. Look at Mark Barata. Today he says he will kill Chris Anu and abandon, he will allow Pobia to go. The next day he is dining with Chris Anu. What does that tell you about him? He have no principle. Somebody like that is not somebody you should be listening to for advice. Today you see the guys in town hall who are working for La Republique. We all know Fontem Niba, Shilu, how they call this woman, Madame Ashilu. These are the all Cameroon CPDM people who are sponsoring these guys. Yesterday, Mark Barata said he bans them. Today, they are congratulating Mark Barata and praising him. So they have no standard. They thought that this struggle will be an opportunity for them to be what they could not be. They don't see it as an opportunity to liberate the people. That's why for the past 1 year, when last did you see Mark Barata fighting against La Republique? When did you see them? He has become a commentator, a side player. He does not advocate like what an activist would do. Know that if you can compromise your core principle with Chris Anu, with the town hall, you will do the same with Paul Biya, with no rationale, with no repentance from those individuals. You will do the same with La Republique, definitely. It's just a matter of time. We seek collaboration. We seek unity in the form of collaboration. But it must come with principle, not just because we want to unite. Because you unite, you take clean water and you mix it with dirty water, you will spoil the whole show. There is no way we can just mix things without upholding our principle. It will never happen. But this war is a God-ordained war, and it will have a way to clean itself. It will just delay us and take more time. But by now, our people should know where these people come from. You have seen what the blackmails have been doing, and they have exposed themselves for who they are. My advice to all Ambazonians, this is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to free ourselves. Focus to fight the enemy. Do not try to bring down an Ambazonian as a means for you to rise up. No. If you must criticize something, Criticize the thing because you really believe, and there are evidence that every rational person will see that those things you are criticizing are things that are going to destroy Ambazonia. Don't simply try to destroy things because it is not yours or because it will not elevate you. Stop wrong competition. This struggle is not a competition. It is not. We cannot compete in a liberation war. We must complement each other. Help each other so that the best will push in front for we to have the best chance to liberate ourselves. Our freedom will not come in a platter of roses. We will have to work hard for it. Everything in Ambazonia, we try to destroy it. Even negotiation itself. Other groups have taken it as a tool to galvanize support, as a political tool within the Ambazonian struggle to show off and to gain legitimacy without any regards to the stakes in such matters. It has to stop. When it comes to activism, we have to put the flag first in whatever we do and take responsibilities for our shortcomings. We must avoid people who throw dust in the eyes of our people. Every single time the ADF have a major project to raise funds, Mark Barata, they can't throw away dust for people in the eye. Every single time, he does not fail to do this. But God alone knows his heart and what he is doing this for. Who benefit from all this blackmail? Who really benefits from it? When we take measures to make it irreversible, our move towards independence and nationalism, they fight it hard. Whether it is the number plate, La Republic number plate ban, whether it's trying to end the chaos in Ground Zero in executing justice and order by installing a court and procedure to make sure that there are no arbitrarity, they will oppose it. Whether it's fighting even French Cameroon, Hezekam, they will oppose it. Even fighting collaborators, they will oppose it. You all know these cases. Cameroon government have seek the issue of brasseries. People who sell brasseries, because once you are selling brasseries drink, you become open for Ambazonian attack and you seek refuge in La Republic. That is how they recruit blacklegs. The same with people who work for La Republic in Ambazonia to carry on administrative work in liberated areas. Those people are now becoming target for La Republic intelligence work. That's why there is zero tolerance for anybody who work with La Republic. Zero tolerance for anybody who work with La Republic, especially in liberated area. If you must work for them, go to their country. But as for us, we have made up our mind. We will continue to fight until our country is free. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, I want to thank once more our people in Canada, the Ambazonian Governing Council members in Canada. I want to thank in particularly their chairman, Mr. Divine, for the wonderful welcome they gave me in Canada, in my mission to Canada. To thank our national chairman also, Mr. Frank. To thank Zaya, Franklin, Comrade Franklin, and all the great people in Canada, in the Egg of Sea family. If they say Ambazonian struggle is God ordained, I think you guys in the governing council are chosen by God also to uphold these standards that have given us an international reputation for the governing council of Ambazonia. At least I'm coming back with an AK from Canada, and the president of the governing council will be impressed. We'll continue to work with you guys to build the capacity and to uphold the strong institutions that you have built that represent the vanguard of our people's liberation and the type of country they would want to live in, a democratic Ambazonia. God bless you all. Capo Daniel, signing off.